Alright, listen. I want to put this out there because everyone needs to know about how the law is. The law operates on orders. They, the officers on the streets tear up. The only time you see them is if they're tearing up something. They're tearing up your car, or they're tearing up your home. They don't care whether it causes you to get a divorce. They don't care whether it costs you your car. They don't care because they're under orders. They're following orders. But it seems to me like most of the officers are machines. They don't care. Most of them have a mindset of they don't care what happens to you. They could care less. But what I'm getting at is everyone needs to stand up and wake up and see what's going on around you. The law is out of hand. They're out of order. And the judges, and the lawyers, the attorneys, it's all business to them. How can you charge one person $400-something for court costs and another one $25 for court costs? Court cost is court cost, and it all should be the same for everyone. But if you ask me, the attorneys and the judges need to be put in their place. Yes, they do. They consider you guilty because you're breaking a city ordinance if you're in their courtroom. So they consider you guilty already. And it's bullshit. They can't. You got to stick to your guns, and if you're not guilty, you're not guilty of anything. You're guilty if you're in that city ordinance, or if you're in the city limits, then you're guilty. You're breaking the law because you're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to be lost at sea. Now I know it's about maritime law, and it's the currency. That's the reason you walk through a gate to get to the judge, because your currency. You're walking into the river, your currency to current, and then that's the money. And the judge sits up on the riverbank, and he actually looks over you. He don't see you. He only makes the judgment for the people. And the attorneys work for the courts. They don't work for you. None of them actually work for you. They make deals over you whether you're guilty or not. And so they can get voted in. So they can keep getting voted in. And keep it going their way. It's about time everyone stood up and said something about it. And it's at your lowest points. Municipal courts. I'm talking about in your cities and in your counties. They're dirty. We got to start from the floor up to clean up the house. Everyone needs to wake up and know what the hell's going on. They take your car. They don't care. They don't care. They get kickbacks off of these companies that take your car, and you know what? Everyone can't afford insurance. Everyone can't afford this and that. Everyone can't afford a tag at the right time. I make $794 a month, and I can't even live off of that. I eat noodles, ramen noodles, and crackers, and canned chili, canned noodle soup. I'm just saying, it's the poor people that's paying the price for the thing. For them to be voted in as a judge, and then they're going to charge you, if you show up in their courtroom, you're guilty, and they're going to charge you an outrageous, outlandish something, and then keep you paying money. And the clerks, they're on drugs. They can't even keep up with your. I went to court and they had me under another name. It's just silly. It's kangaroo shit. Really? I mean, these judges are clowns. And the cops, I feel so sorry for the cops, really. I mean, for most of them, or some of them, or no, you know, the least of them. Because there is that few out there that, you know, care. But most of them are just robots. And they don't care whether they cost you your family. I mean, it's nonsense. People need to wake up and start speaking out and telling these law officers, no. You know, your law officers are not allowed out of the city. They're supposed to have a city beat that they walk up and check locks and things, and check buildings and things, businesses and things. That's what they're supposed to do. They're not supposed to be out pulling people over and shit when they're traveling. People have to travel. You know? I'm not a driver. You can't give me a ticket if I'm not a commercial driver. I mean, come on. But they do it. You know? They're breaking the law. And they don't give a shit. That's all I got right now. I don't even know how to do this.